Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
So guys, how's it going?
It's going.
Everybody. Are
you okay?
Everybody.
Do you need some
No.
help?
I've had a lot of caffeine.
I'm trying to drink my caffeine right now, but it tastes
And
awful.
I had a lot of sleep. Like, I had actually like 8 hours of sleep. And it's like,
Yeah.
what's up?
Feels good when you get those full 8.
Feels good,
Well,
man.
I'm used to 4 or 5, which I'm fine with. Like, I can survive off that, no problem. And
But
that's
it's
the reason I'm
nicer to have 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is. And because, like, the children went to church with my mother-in-law and stuff this morning, it allowed me to make that happen.
Nice. Good job.
It's fantastic.
Oh, what games has everybody been playing?
I played Outlast 2 this week. And I like the first one better. That and Whistleblower together, I like better. This one's good though, but it's different. It's where the first one was more about the insane asylum and things like this. This one is more about religious issues, like one direction or the other. It's very interesting. I still recommend it, but if you've played the first one, don't expect this one to be as good, but it's still not bad. If that makes sense.
Okay. It's kind of like Bioshock to Bioshock 2.
Yeah. It is, but if you've played the first one of the things you learn in the first one is to run a lot. Like, if you run, you know to get away. So in the second one, I don't know if other people didn't play the first one the same way I did, or what the deal was, because that one takes about 3 hours to beat, and this one everybody's like, I was like, okay, how long is this going to take me to beat this? So I was looking up run times on what it took people to do it, and it's like, oh, first run through is like 10, 12 hours, something like that. I beat it in 6.
Okay.
And so it's like, did I just run through this quicker than
Literally.
everybody else did? Did everybody else
Maybe.
explore more than I did? Like, I don't really know. I plotline wise, it's very interesting. You've got basically 2 religious factions that are
So it's Far Cry.
sort of very close. I would agree with that. 2 religious factions that are there. Still some scary elements, like some of the characters you get on there. There's one that it reminds me of Beyond the Thunderdome, with like Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Like
Okay.
the big guy with the little dude on his back. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay,
They
then.
do have some really good kill screens. It's not like before. I think you had like the Big Daddy guy, and you had the Naked Twins, and you had the doctor that cuts off your fingers in the first one. That one are the only ones that you really had kill screens for on there. This one, anybody could kill you, and it changes. Like,
Oh.
I've had the same guy kill me, and it was like 3 different ways.
Oh, well, that's fun. Stop dying.
Yeah. So,
Stop
yeah,
dying.
thanks.
No
Thanks.
problem. I do it again.
When I'm lost in a swamp, I'll remember that next time.
Good.
Don't
You
die.
know, pro tips in life: don't die.
And they
Yeah.
do have an element to where you can actually go underwater to hide. You can hide in barrels, where there really wasn't much of a hide variety in the first one, where you just basically got inside of a locker or tried to hide in a certain area. So they did add some variety to it. They added some really fucking crazy ass characters because you've got these cultists that are going on. But it's pretty good. And then I started. I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves, of course, because Saturday nights I usually play Sea of Thieves anyway. Then on top of that, I started Kingdom Hearts this weekend. Because I went and picked up Detroit Become Human, and I was like, well, this is here too. I might as well go ahead.
You should have got a Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which I think is everything.
No, it's not.
What's 2.8?
2.8.
It's the second one plus some of the DS games, I think.
Yeah, it's basically 2.8 has basically it's the second one, and then they added to put you into 3, but they're like, you don't have to play 2.8 in order to be able to play 3. So I got 1.5, 2.5 because it was cheaper than buying 2.8.
2.8. Okay, Kingdom Hearts, stop this.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Stop this.
We've had this conversation about their numbering system before.
Yeah, so and it's got a shit ton of material on it. So I've started 1.5. I went through on you've got the little, like your difficulty level or whatever. I went on the easiest one in case my kid wanted to pick up the controller because it's Disney, and she did. So
of course.
I was like, okay. Which I'm glad I did too, because I feel like I'm enjoying the plot line more than trying to grind through this game and die a lot. So it's enjoyable so far. But there's certain elements that I don't understand why people don't redo controls when they remaster games. Like, because it's very wonky.
I can agree with that. There's been a few, like every once in a while they do, but I've played a few as well where you're like, why did you
it also
not?
depends, like on certain games with the fan base. Like if you change the controls originally, some of them will probably throw a fit.
But you could always give an option because you can set just several presets, which they already have several default presets usually for control schemes. So just set the original, like, I would love to have Silent Hill 2 remastered again and have it not have absolute tank controls.
Resident Evil 2. Let's go ahead and quote that one, how good the remaster is going to be, because they are changing the tank controls.
Right.
Complete redo from the ground up.
Yeah, tank controls
over the shoulders.
Horrible.
Oh, that game's going to be wonderful. That thing is going to fucking
tank controls
sell.
were the death of me in the first one. I had a hard time getting past the stupid snake in the attic because of the tank controls.
I remember that one. You should have just watched my stream. I handled that guy no problem. A couple of shotgun blasts. I got those tank controls down.
Good thing you're good at shitty controls. I don't. What do we say on that one?
The word you're looking for is very adaptive.
Now let's play some Battletoads, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get a new one, so sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with those controls.
Right.
I actually have a copy at work.
Battletoads?
I can bring my NES. We can play it, chicken. We can have fun killing each other and then raging on the level 3 because we can't get past it.
Oh, like the TMNT game? Goddamn, we can't get past level 4 on that motherfucker. And there's no, like,
me
coin
and you got
machine.
further than that.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, me and you got to the last stage.
Was that the last stage? Okay. Not bad.
Going into the Technodrome.
Oh, yep, you're right. Those games are hard.
We all played a game together this week too, didn't we? Monday. Yeah.
Did we?
Tuesday. Try again.
Oh,
Tuesday.
wait, we played Left 4 Dead together this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, buddy.
Which, yay, Mod Central.
Yes. The mods make everything so much more
And
enjoyable.
like it's so funny too because all of us have the different mods. And you'll hear Griff going, I hear Waluigi. And I was sitting there going, I hear Yoshi.
Oh my god. I have to admit that Waluigi mod, I told Chicken about it, is so weird because I've never, like, this is the first time we've had a big enough group so that I can play Waluigi as the spitter. He's a mod for the spitter. And whoever made this mod took a lot of the audio clips from other stuff that he's done. And I was standing on top of a roof watching, that was in the first level, standing on top of the roof watching whoever was on the other side run around down at the bottom and waiting. And all of a sudden, he just screams out, Mario Party 8! I'm like, I mean, I don't know if this is scary or not, Waluigi. It kind of is, but that's really random. Okay, then.
I don't know. I think in a zombie apocalypse, if I heard that randomly somewhere, I would probably be like, nope, we're not going that way.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Bach.
It's like the post-apocalyptic zombie version of we have candy in this van.
Mario Party 8, you say? Where? Down this dark alleyway?
Dark hallway. All right.
Fine, I'll play.
I'd never heard it
Mario
before.
Party 8 before I get in the van there. I'm not
Fuck it, I'll
stupid.
just take his word for it. This Mario Party 8 in the back room.
It's set up with the witch in front of the TV.
Oh, God. She's already got a controller. She's ready to
It was
play.
funny. I was dying though. Having the tank as He-Man was one of my favorites. You come out, it's like I can't. I'm fine with dying. I'm laughing so damn hard. I don't give a shit.
I had a mod in that I didn't realize until I saw somebody using the grenade launcher. Apparently, I have a mod installed that when you use the grenade launcher, it's Terry Crews yelling, Old Spice! I'm like,
Yeah, that's because.
where did I get that?
You and I were together when you installed that because I had it, and you were like, "What?" And
I didn't remember. Like, I didn't get it because it doesn't change the way that the grenade launcher looks or anything. And I heard somebody use it, and I was like,
so good.
what?
It's so awesome. And then, unfortunately, like, in Chicken's defense, he tried to be kind. He was like, okay, we've divided all these teams up this way. These are going to be pretty even, which they were. They were really good even teams.
No, they were.
For the most part. And then he's like, all right, let's just do random.
Yeah. I mean, well, okay. He said let's do random because the team that he was not a part of could not win. Like, we got close a couple of times, maybe. But in general...
We were within... We won 2 rounds, and if it hadn't been for the last round that was on there, we would have won.
Yeah, but if you heard the conversation we were having in it, Chicken was constantly telling us to back off.
I knew it.
You gotta make it so that you gotta have fun for everybody, right? Because I mean, if I try the hardest, I'm just gonna wipe you out at the door.
Yeah, because honestly, there was a few times we could have just like wiped y'all.
Fuck these people? Is that what happened?
Yeah, like
mentality changed.
There was a couple times we could have just wiped y'all right at the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean,
you did twice.
Yeah, that was when we were like, nope, we can't let them win. But
yeah, like when you guys started getting real fucking close at the end of that second level, we were really trying to stop you, but you wouldn't get out of that fucking room. And every time we come around the corner, you take us out. So,
we tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Chicken's like, let's do randoms. Everybody puts everything on random. It swapped one team member from each team. It put me on Chicken's team, and it put Snitty on the other side, and that was it. Like, so much for random.
3 people that have played this game how many times together on one team? Let's make it even more fair. Let's just put red on that team too.
Let's just make another 5th slot randomly.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
You can't even have 5 people in this game. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, you can. I played the 10v10 last night.
Well, yeah, that's true. There is a mod for 10v10.
Yeah, that shit's
Although
a lot
I think
of fun.
it's interesting that you mentioned Skyrim earlier still being around and whatnot and people still playing it. It's like, mods are why. That's why people are still playing Left 4 Dead. It's because that game is... It's not because that game is 100% phenomenal, which it's pretty close. It is amazing. It's a lot of fun.
But it is $2.
But, well, it was in the Steam sale.
Yep.
Steam sale's over now. But...
It'll be $2
It's because you
soon
can
enough.
mod the crap out of it. So fun.
Yep,
and then you can have crazy things like Johnny Bravo tanks or everyone running around as different versions of Spider-Man. And
I can't give up my Terry Crews tank. I can't do it.
Like, all the rules for the special infected on the 10v10s are all different, too. Like, the one when you grab somebody with the smoker, you can move. You can just drag them all the way back.
Which is so not even fair.
Yeah, with the jockey, you could jump. Like, you could have people jump off cliffs. Like, you could just jump over gates and have them kill themselves.
The spitter becomes invulnerable for a few seconds after they spit.
Mm-hmm. The hunter can jump off people. So you could jump on someone, jump off the wall, and just keep jumping around in the room, jumping on people, knocking them down constantly. It's a ton of fun. Oh yeah, the boomer can self-explode. That I wish was normal. Oh my god, holy, that is so much fun. You jump in the middle of a group, you vomit everyone, and then you hit E and you just blow up, and everybody gets boomed.
It does make sense. You know, it's kind of like when they added the wick to the boom barrel on Sea of Thieves. Like, we should have been able to do that to start with. So, too funny.
Yeah, except instead of death and explosions, you get, slimed and then death.
You get vomit. It's gross. It's nasty. I didn't do a whole lot. I played some Overwatch stuff. I went on a really awful losing streak at the start of the week, and then by the end of the week, I ended up playing one night where I got 2 play of the games, but they were Torbjorn and Symmetra, and I didn't do anything.
She wasn't in either one of them. It was
I was like across the room. I hate getting those play of the games. If I'm ever in your game, you see Griff's Lionum play the game and it's Torbjorn and Symmetra, I'm sorry, okay? It's not my fault that the enemy stood in front of my turrets.
Well, you gotta slap your team a little bit. It's not my fault you guys are bad and couldn't do anything better than my turret.
Well, to be fair, in the Torbjorn we had 2 Torbjorns because it was Mystery Heroes. And he put his, I thought he was going to get play of the game because he put his turret up on, that in Volskaya, they have those little pads that just circle close to that second point. He put his turret up there, and the enemy team never bothered to get it down, so it just kept flying around and shooting them randomly.
Props to him for putting it up there.
Right?
No shit.
Well, I mean, usually I put one up there and it's gone in 5 seconds, but...
Yeah, no kidding. Normally
they ignored it, so... I finished Detroit for the second time. I did some things differently. But it's for video purposes this time, you guys. I'm almost ready to start making things.
It's funny to me, like when it goes to recording, how long it takes you to finish a game compared to actually going in and playing the game on its own.
What do you mean? Like
when you're recording a Let's Play.
Oh.
Because it took you a while to finish it that way.
Well, to be fair, though, that was the first time I played, so this time I knew more about, like, where to go and how to get to certain things and whatnot, so I didn't have to do as much wandering around, too. So.
And the recording process is different, too.
Yeah, I can record, like, 2 hours at a time instead of having to record, like, one chapter, stop, start, record the second chapter, stop, start, and so forth and so on. But I put a poll up on my Twitter to find out what I'm going to play next because I was unsure, and the people have spoken. I will be playing Uncharted starting today.
Yay.
Are you going to do the whole
Yes,
thing?
the whole series, and I'm a little nervous about it because I've only played the first Uncharted once. It was a million years ago, and I know I had like 11 billion struggle bus moments. I am afraid of the jet skis. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to ask.
Jet skis not that long. It's a lot longer.
I couldn't do it the
This
first
is the script
time.
we're talking about.
Expect Chicken to make an appearance in this Let's Play.
Well, see, I'm wondering if I can do it now though, because I realize like every 6 months or so my skill level in games jumps a little bit, and I haven't played that game in probably like 3 or 4 years. So I'm thinking I might be able to do it.
If not, expect a chicken appearance. A chicken cameo.
There
I'll wear
may
a Griff
be.
mask.
Please don't.
Just get like a beak and then like a little...
No.
Somewhere packed out I have the little rooster hat thing from Scribble Knots.
You want me to wear that on there?
Yes.
So I'll be starting that today. I don't know. The videos will be going up soon. I don't know how many more Detroit videos I have to put up, to be honest. Sorry. Keep an eye on my Twitter and my YouTube. You'll find out. Anything else? Why is everybody just staring at me? Thanks, guys.
I was yawning, sorry. I didn't play much this week. I played a shitload of leagues. Random game mode, which is Aerith. All random, ultra rapid fire. Aerith.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, so it's just basically a super fast-paced game. All random. Everybody has like no cooldowns and everything.
I thought about reinstalling that game just for you and I to play that mode together.
It's about to go away.
Oh.
But I play Aram all the time. So they're quick little rounds. I also, for some reason, I think it's because Spelunky was on sale. Spelunky, whatever it was. And I wanted to play a game like that style, so I threw up Binding of Isaac, and I started playing that. Wow.
It's a good game.
My fucking skill level from when it was just went... Like, I died at, like, the first boss 6 times. I was like, what the hell's going on with me? I can't play this game, apparently. And then I realized that it's because my left arrow key on my keyboard's broken. So every time I go to hit shoot right, my right arrow key, every time I go to shoot right, my key pops off. And it's like, no! Oh, God! Come on, get back on there. There we go. And it's broken that I can't fix it either. The little pins are stuck in the little mechanical parts, so I can't get them out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've thought about super gluing it maybe, like a little dab of super glue, but I've never gotten around to it. But yeah, I played that. Oh, I also reinstalled Rift.
Yeah, I know
Really?
you did.
Yeah, and I played it. Well, it's a free-to-play MMO, and Snitty has downloaded it too, and I want to give him a taste of leveling in an MMO. And I think from what the end game isn't nearly as good as it ever was, but the leveling experience is still one of the best. So I threw it up, played it a little, did a couple of rifts, walked around the world. There may not be many players, but the fucking zones are still absolute chaos. So it'll be a fun experience still.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
I know you all had fun playing it the first time.
No, we also did Heroes of the Storm a little bit.
oh yeah, I played a bunch of Heroes of the Storm too. Deckard Cain is OP as fuck. Yeah.
It drops potions everywhere.
Yeah. The sound bites are amazing, though. They sound just like Diablo 2. Every time you pick up a potion, it's like, yes, nostalgia. Oh, nostalgia. Or whenever he drops one, it's the same potion sound as like dropping in
Yes.
Diablo 2. It's like, oh, yes.
At
Feels
first,
good.
I couldn't place where I had heard that. It took me a minute, and then I was like, oh, actually, the game he's from. Just kidding.
Yes.
I have been worming the crap out of Sightless Eyes in World of Warcraft.
He wants that rat mount.
I want to ride around on a giant rat. I am
name
up
it
to
Splinter.
16,000.
Hey, get it before the expansion comes out because we're all going to be riding ground mount. So
And then I can ride around on a rat until we hit water, and then I'll switch to the little strider. But
I'll just jump over the water. Fuck it.
then
But yeah.
swimming through the water. I'll just be going.
But yeah, that's all I've played this week. Not much.
Yeah.
What you got, Baka?
He just
WoW, Heroes of the Storm, a little bit of Overwatch for loot boxes, and
Y'all's loot boxes.
I mean, it's an addiction,
They're free.
okay?
it's yep. Gotta
They're
get
free.
that.
Hey, my favorite kind of stuff is free stuff, and I don't. All I have to do is play the game, and I get loot boxes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Works out good. So what we got news-wise?
Absolutely nothing.
Well,
That was it. Everybody have a great night.
How about we just start with the Guild Wars 2 one? I think it's interesting. It's kind of started a little bit of a debate.
Right.
ArenaNet fired 2 Guild Wars 2 writers over Twitter exchange with a YouTuber.
Okay.
Okay, so the gist of it, she just finished an AMA and then tweeted out, and someone who poorly tried to suggest branching suggestions to her in an MMO, but you kind of can't do that in an MMO. You can do it in an RPG style game like Dragon Age or Mass Effect. You can do branching dialogue to give the players choice, but you can't do that in MMO because everyone's got to follow the same path because it's a giant open world. Not everybody gets their own individual world.
Right.
And that's kind of what he said. And
Actually,
she's like,
bullshit. Star Wars does it.
Okay.
Old Republic, you have dialogue options which can alter and change your personal story.
your personal story, but does that affect the world?
Yeah, it's more of a global effect than personal effect that they're talking about.
Yeah.
But you can still have the dialogue options. So.
Yeah, but it doesn't change anything. Like, yeah, you get different dialogue options because of it, but it doesn't actually...
It changes your individual path, is what he's saying.
Yeah. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about, like...
Your character can't have dynamic change on the world, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
because
the way
they
were wording it originally, it sounded like just... Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I should have showed a bigger picture, but you can't affect the whole world because everyone's got to be playing in it, and having that many different universes would be very difficult. But she got extremely offended because it seemed like he was trying to explain her job to her. So she got offended and said something, and it escalated a little too much because she retweeted something. And he didn't mean to. He apologized for doing it, but she kind of went on, and then people started attacking her. She attacked back. One of her friends came in.
It was a
one of her coworkers jumped in, got snippy. Basically, how it's their personal Twitters. They get to say whatever they want.
And
if
it was
you don't
a
like
vacation
it too
day.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was too bad. So, and then she came back and said, "It's my personal Twitter. I don't have to watch what I say.
I don't owe you." One of them said something about how we don't owe you anything and you don't need to encroach in our personal lives or something similar to that effect.
It says, since we've got a lot of hurt man feels today, let me make something clear. This is my feed, quoting from her. I'm not on the clock here. I'm not your emotional courtesan just because I'm a developer. Don't expect me to pretend to like you here. The attempts of fans to exert ownership over our personal lives and times are something I am hardcore about stopping. You don't own me, and I don't owe you. That's a little heavy-handed, personally, because you are representing your company.
Well, the thing is, too, is you are like, don't come stand in my open field, but I have an open field. Just don't stand in it. It's my field. Don't look at it. It's like, but your Twitter account is public. I get that it is your personal Twitter account, not your work account, maybe. But at the same time, it's open to the public, and you have fans following you, which means you are, at some extent at least, a representative of that company. And if you don't want fans to have access to your private life that way, then you need to make that a private account for you and your friends only.
I agree with that. And from a professional standpoint, no matter what company you're working for, you've got to understand the fact that you will always represent that company as long as you're part of that company. And so there is just about every company that's out there expects a certain degree of behavior.
Yeah, there's a decorum that you need to adhere to.
And you need to stay with that. If you don't, then they're within their rights, because you do represent, and especially a larger group, something that's out there. Guild Wars 2's been around for a really fucking long time, so it's like something like that. You need to know that yes, your individual rights important, but you also need to understand that you're not even saying I don't like this cheeseburger and I'm bitching about your food for the day. You're bitching about your actual job.
Yeah.
What's your actual occupation?
Well, I don't know if she was bitching about it so much as pointing out something fans have asked for, which is why can't my character affect the world in a bigger way?
Well, like I said, she got done with an AMA.
She was addressing a concern, which I'm fine with, but the point is, somebody misspoke, and she let that affect her in such a way that she attacked someone on Twitter for something that they said, because she felt like they were mansplaining her job. When the dude was like, seriously, I didn't even mean to.
Yeah, the guy apologized profusely.
But what I'm saying is, that is her job. Her job is not cheeseburgers. Her job is gaming. So
right.
if she was complaining about a cheeseburger, this wouldn't be news. But
right.
In reacting this way about something that happened at a restaurant, but because she reacted about something that her actual occupation has to do with gaming, and she reacted this way, that's what caused the controversy.
Yeah.
Because you just can't do that. Period. I mean,
well, I feel like too, it's when she's like, I don't think that you own me and I don't owe you anything. It's like, well, technically those are the people that are buying the product that you make. If those people were not buying the product that you make, you would not be making anything. And I'm not saying that means that you owe them everything, but it does mean that you owe them a certain amount of respect.
Right.
Apparently this wasn't the first time she got it. She said something pretty, controversial about Total Biscuit in May.
Ooh.
That face right there. It's like, you probably should have held your tongue. I tried to look at it, but apparently it was deleted. Her reply is there, but what she replied to is gone, so I don't know the context of it. But to me, it seems a little extreme that they just went ahead and fired her. I think she was being a little, obstinate, I think is the word I'm looking for, about apologizing, so they probably didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
the company probably were pushed to let her go,
well,
and the other guy.
The contract that she signed with too could have it to where it allows them to be able to let her go.
Yeah,
and a lot of companies have those in their contracts. So.
Yeah, the other guy was there for 13 years, and they let his ass go. So I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time for these guys to kind of be a little too aggressive towards their customer base, or their community, I should say, their community, because that's what Guild Wars is. So, tragic, but hold your tongue. If you represent somebody, just hold your tongue.
Just understand that it's a public forum, and your employers can see everything that you say to these fans and these people. And, I mean, if you feel like somebody is attacking you, especially if you have a position of power in some form or fashion, just step back and let it, like, unless it's obvious threats or anything like that. If you just feel like somebody is mansplaining your job to you, there's a mute button on Twitter. Just walk away from it. You don't have to reply to everybody that replies to you.
Correct.
Yep, I completely agree.
Just let it go. Keep your job. Your job and you are more important than that one guy that wants to argue with you.
Yep, and they both lost their livelihood. So, I mean, good. They're probably going to be able to find another job. They're pretty good at their job. But this is going to tarnish their reputation. So.
Yep.
Well, and
it's going to make it more difficult, though.
But it goes back to, like Chicken, you were saying that you thought it might have been a harsh punishment for what happened. Somebody else is probably going to look at it the same way, and then they're just going to tell them, stay off Twitter when it comes to this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your lessons, stay off it.
Private your personal account. You can make it so that people have to be okayed by you to see your content. If you want
that's
to
perfect.
Rant about your random stuff and you don't want to have that kind of repercussion on your job, make it private. Because if it's public, you're asking anybody to comment on it. Mm-hmm. Sounds like to me she wanted to put out an opinion without having anybody reply to it. Or without any, basically reply to it with anything aside from support for her opinion. And, I mean, I'm sorry, I know we have echo chambers now where we can yell our own opinions back and forth, but That's not the entire internet.
No, not at all. So
That sucks.
yeah, well, that's pretty much like the majorest one ish.
What else do we want to? We got like a lot of little throwaway
let me
news.
tell you right now, if there is a company out there right now that if I had a year and a half ago, I wish I could put stock in, which is Panic Button, because Panic Button has recently created Doom for Switch, the new Colossus, the Wolfenstein for it, and now Warframe. They're in charge of moving it over to the Switch. Panic Button is like, what a company.
I don't know
Like,
why I thought Chicken mentioned like the day that article came up about Warframe going to the Switch, and I was like, didn't we already know that? And he's like, no, they just announced it. I was like, I guess I just assume that everything's going to the Switch now.
This is crazy to me personally. This is crazy that because Nintendo has their own company that is porting games to their Switch. Like they're like, hey, that's a AAA game.
Control.
That's a AAA game. All right, you guys go ahead and port that over to our console. I mean, that's brilliant.
Like
they're just like, oh, cool.
Well,
quality
control.
The issue with the last couple of consoles for Nintendo, anyways, was not enough third-party support.
Oh man, that is gone in the Switch. Like they have so much fucking support all over the
we
place.
knew it would be. Well, what I'm very interested to see is how long the Switch itself is on the market before a new console comes out. That's where I think it's going to be that replayability option that's there, because you have at some point it's going to be to where newer games can't be ported over, just can't. So I'm interested to see where this goes, because if you got all these people putting all this money into games for the Switch, and you release the Switch 2 or whatever,
The Switch
release
2. The Switch U.
That's
Switch yours.
Keep going. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna see myself out now.
all right. So the Switch, it's for whatever the next thing is after the Switch. You're gonna have to be able to have those little cartridges and be able to play them and do what we need to, because that's people want to have that replayability now, and they need to have something that's backwards compatible. And you've got a little thing that's like this, which they've done really well, I thought, with the 3DS, because you had the 2DS that started off with it. 3DS, you could still play the same games that were on it. You only played them in 2D. So maybe they'll use that same technology to move to whatever the next one is, or maybe they'll just do like they did with the 3DS and create the new 3DS, which was again a horrible name for it, and just do upgraded hardware on the inside. Maybe, I don't know. I'm very interested to see where this ends up going.
I have a very, very strong feeling. I'm not 100%, but I got a very strong feeling that the next Nintendo console is going to just be an upgraded Switch. I don't
That
know.
was what they did last generation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the what was it? The
Wii
Switch,
and
or
the
the
Wii
Wii U. Yeah, the Wii U was not an improvement on the Switch or the Wii. Like
They
it
thought
kinda
it
just
was.
they just gave you like a pad, and that was it.
Well, it's
like
a predecessor to what we're playing now.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yes, exactly.
It was the building block in between, and the idea was fine. It was the problem was if they had changed the name,
Changed the name and told us why we need it.
It probably would have been more successful than it was.
Yes.
The problem was people thought that it was an auxiliary thing that you added to your Wii, and the Wii was the top-selling console at the time, and one of the all-time top-selling consoles. It just wasn't well done. It wasn't well marketed, and the name. I don't know who was sitting in that board meeting to go, we're going to call it the Wii U. It means nothing to anybody at that point, you know?
Yeah.
Take the word Wii off of it and create something else. I mean,
The U. Yeah. That's the Switch is good. The Switch is fantastic. It's probably their best console in years. Well, next to the Wii. But the only thing that's wrong with it is it's not as powerful as some of the other consoles. And technology is moving so fast forward. By 2022, we will see a super powered version of the Switch, in my opinion.
Super Switch.
Get out.
I mean, they did Nintendo and then Super
Yeah,
Nintendo. So.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because they did it with
That's
the
true.
new 3DS. I would not be surprised if they came out with the Super Switch.
And then it'll be the Switch Cube.
No, it's the Switch 64 first.
Oh, okay,
actually,
fine.
it'd be
Switch 64.
the Switch, whatever 4Ks. The Switch
4K Switch, and then the Switch Cubed.
Switch
Man,
3D,
wow.
because the
if they
technology that they use in the 3DS can be put on that same screen.
And then
Ugh.
the Wii Switch.
The Wii Switch, and then the Wii U Switch, and then the Switch. Switch squared. There we go. The Switch
Now, what
squared.
was it originally? It was Nexus, right? Or NX? That they were originally going to call the Switch?
Oh yeah,
no,
that's
that was
right.
the
It
code
was
name for it,
NX.
yeah.
Yeah, the NX.
Yeah, so you'll have the Switch NX.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
next
Oh,
Switch.
Lord.
Oh,
NX Switch, right?
all right. That's enough of the Switch joke. We need to switch topics.
I feel like I could do the the naming of Nintendo's consoles just as well as I could be a creative curse consultant for the Bulletstorm people. Like, I feel like I could go between both of those jobs pretty easily. Come on, just hire me to make your names and stuff. I will invent things for you. Words.
Invent cuss words.
Yes. But Nintendo's like, we're too family friendly. I'm like, just add a U on the end of everything. We'll be alright.
Earlier I said that one of the games that I played this week was Sea of Thieves, of course. They have added, for the 20th anniversary of Banjo-Kazooie, a actual headpiece for your ship that is a bear holding a shield with a bird. And it's 1,998 gold. So
I could
Ha.
have just said 1998.
But he wanted to make sure that you knew.
yeah.
1998, 1,998. Come on, people. We can count still, right?
No.
No.
Right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
look, you're
okay.
talking to me.
What is
no.
maths?
It's not math, it's just numbers. 1998.
It's still
1998. Oh my god, people.
Um,
What's wrong with the future?
A really shitty school system that is all about just learning to pass a stupid test for running.
Well-
Anyway, it's a cool looking bear. It really looks cool on the ship.
I will give it to Rare on this. People talk about, they're like, oh, Sea of Thieves doesn't have that much content. No, it's nothing else new about it. It's in the news every week. No matter what, there is at least one news article about this motherfucking game.
It's a good point. We had
But
this,
there's no new content. What do you mean? That's all old.
I had this debate the other day actually. Arcanaut was streaming. I happened to be in there, and they were talking about people who were playing Sea of Thieves, and so I still played it. Are we to the point now? Because we've had this discussion before. We've had it with No Man's Sky. We're having it with Sea of Thieves as well. Are we to the point now that we can no longer judge a game on day one?
Pretty much.
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
Regrettably, yeah.
It
Because-
depends. It depends on the style because, my opinion, what Sea of Thieves is, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people compare it. It's like an ocean that's like only an inch deep. They gave us a great platform, like a great foundation to play something, and now we are in the construction zone. Like they are
We need
digging
some
it
tiny
deeper.
boats.
Yeah, very tiny boats. But we're in the construction zone while they make the game bigger.
Right.
And for this style of game, yes, it's good. For a service game, it is good. Like microtransactions have a place in a game like this, but they don't have a place in a game like, in my opinion, like Assassin's Creed. There's no point for microtransactions in that. It's a single.
Or even Destiny.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
need microtransactions.
yes, like those games don't need it. That's Destiny. Maybe I could see cosmetics and things like that being in it because it's a service. When a
Right.
game is a service, it has to have a way to keep that service going. But
Well,
games
but it has a way. I mean, to be fair, I paid $60 for Sea of Thieves and will probably never pay a dime again on anything other than a cosmetic.
Yep.
Where in
Oh, that's
Destiny,
true. You got your
have
expansions.
DLC that
Monkeys.
you're having to continually pay for.
Fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
end up spending $300 on just the game alone. Where, you know what I mean?
We'll never let it
that
go.
is-
Never.
That is very true. I can completely agree with you on that one.
And I think and that was the discussion we had because to me I agree. It's one of those. I paid my $60. I know I'm always going to continue to get content every week. Every 2 weeks they're popping something out new for the game. The Skelly Bros with the boom barrels coming
And
out.
the next expansion is a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, and so
like-
we'll add that, and then September I think is the next one.
Yep.
And they'll add stuff in between to do. And this coming week, we have the underwater one, whatever that one's supposed to be. I just see this being a lot more involved, and the game continues to evolve. And I get it why people think it was a flop, but I think it's because they don't understand this style of game because it's new.
Yes, this style of game is definitely new.
And
It's-
which makes me interested to see what Anthem ends up being. Does
Yes.
Anthem go the Destiny route? or does it go the Sea of Thieves service route? Like, which way are you going to go?
Yep, and those are great examples.
You know, so it's going to be very interesting to me. But I just thought I'd throw that out there because it was part of the debate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sea of Thieves is like what a paid service game looks like. That is what like all the stuff you get for free. You could support the company if you choose to.
Right.
So.
Well, and I like the fact. I do like the fact that somebody that plays it as regularly as I do, that every week I have something to play. But if you go back and you play it, you're not going to have the same options that I would. You'll have new stuff that you can, like you could buy it right now, and you're not going to. The thrones are in the world, but you're not going to get the points for the thrones.
Not right now, but they've said that they're going to redo some of the weeks.
That's good. That'd be good because I need some of those.
So that they're basically they're not going to lock you out of things forever. You're locked out of it until the door opens back up at some point in the future.
Right. Well, right now I'm doing the barrels. It's very interesting to me because once you finish all of the achievements for the actual barrels, then you have 3 legendary ones. You don't have to be a legend to get to them.
Right.
But they're repeats of some of the ones you did before instead of increasing the difficulty when you got to those. I thought that was weird. So, and I don't know what you get for getting all of them together, but I'll do what I can to try to make it happen. And your whole crew gets the points, by the way.
That's good. That's good.
So,
sharing progress.
Yeah, because and actually one of them is based on the forts, showing up to the forts, blowing them up, and one other crew member has to be on the island with you to get one of the achievements. So I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, so thought I'd share that.
Oh, yeah.
Move along.
What else we got?
All right, well, we're going to try to move through a couple of these rather fast. Okay,
we
so
should
this
be
one
more
is
than able to.
This one's a little short one. For Netflix, Castlevania is coming out for Halloween. The first season was only 6 episodes long, but oh my god, that shit was amazing.
It was a great 6
It
episodes.
was so good.
So fucking good. Cannot. October 26th. Everybody binge watch it. Tell Netflix you love it.
I'm taking the day off.
Yep, gotta watch it all day. Apparently there's gonna be 8 episodes this time.
Give me a couple extra. I'm good to go.
Yeah. Old school RuneScape has entered public beta for the Android.
Because reasons.
RuneScape Vanilla is coming to your phone.
Okay.
Didn't they just take it off of PC? Didn't they take the support off of that?
Yeah,
for
RuneScape
Vanilla,
2007. Yeah.
Yeah.
2007.
So.
Yep. So, but
Okay.
I guess they're just gonna move it to the phone.
That's not surprising.
I never
Probably did
played
quite well on
RuneScape.
it.
I played it a little bit, but all it is just a grinding simulator. If you ever want to grind a game, you play RuneScape, and all you do is grind.
the
Or
first
Black
Destiny.
Desert. You can play that for grindy.
People are trying to make Mario Kart in Fortnite's Battleground mode. I watched the track, and it's actually pretty fun. I think it'd be pretty neat to kind of get to...
The only issue I have with it is because it takes... You've got about an hour that you have inside the playground mode. Because I went to the playground mode because I'm trying to learn how to fucking build in this game. So I went to the playground mode. You've got 1 hour before the thing starts to shrink. So you have to build... They built all that within an hour. They had to have. Because that's the way that game is set up. That mode is set up. So that's pretty impressive when you look at the track and the fact that you had the 4 of them working together to create it. I mean, it's probably taken a few times for them to know exactly how they needed to do it, but it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looked pretty neat. Dead Island is back.
Sort
as
of.
a tower defense game for your phone.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. Also, I saw a different article about Dead Island 2. Actually, that's what it's about. It's about Dead Island 2. They're still working on it.
So they say.
Wait, pretty much. Just wait for us.
Please be more entertaining and interesting than the first one.
I'm sure it will be if you get to play with us. It's a lot more fun with
I tried
friends.
to play it with you guys, and it was still boring as sin.
Well, it was after we beat it.
Well,
So it wasn't as much fun going through.
Yeah, because we were just going through annihilating everything.
She didn't play with us day one.
No, I'm saying, you're saying...
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Day
he's saying.
one. There are no mods for Skyrim Switch.
which is sad. I wonder if that's a no mods as of right now, or if that's a forever thing.
I'm just
Right
wondering
now,
because
we're
the
doing
hardware
nothing.
can't handle it.
Eh. Could be.
Yeah, they just brought. They're not actively doing it right now, so maybe in the future they'll work on it because they just finished Fallout Shelter for the Switch. So
Did Panic Button do that one?
Maybe.
I don't remember seeing that listed.
no, because it said right now we're doing nothing. He said people there on other things. Our Switch group did the Fallout Shelter, and that's done really well. So I think Bethesda has like a little group that handles some of their games.
Okay.
A Way Out Studio. Everybody remembers that guy, Joseph Ferris, the guy who screamed
The guy
"fuck
who
everybody."
dropped the F-bomb like 37 times in a
Fuck the
30-second
Oscars.
interview.
Yeah. His new game will be published by EA again, and he says that they're not going to fuck with the vision of his game. I'm sure.
I
love
admire
him.
his
And I
optimism.
love how this little guy has so much power over EA.
Yeah, like
Well,
they're like, I
mean,
dare you.
Given the last few games EA has released, I mean, it's kind of like maybe we should just let him do it because he's actually making us money.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
And
I mean, A Way Out made him a good amount of money, which I need to play. I need to find somebody to play that with.
Yeah, we still
You only
haven't
have to
played
buy
it
one.
either.
the good thing is you only never need to buy one copy.
Right.
One copy and then play with somebody. Oh shit, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
Oh no! Put the train back on the tracks.
No, hobos on a train, they fell off.
Oh no! The hobos! The humanity
Where are they gonna
of it
sleep
all.
now?
I don't know. What was I going to say? If EA ever tried to tell him what to do, he would tell them to piss off and then leave, and I'm sure the community would support the shit out of him. Like, I mean, EA would be
everybody loves him.
stupid to
Everybody
try
loves
to control him.
I don't know.
especially
EA's
after-
done some pretty stupid things here recently, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that it wouldn't surprise me, but it's just stupid. Starfield being next generation means hardware and gameplay, says Todd Howard. So Starfield, their new IP that they announced, is going to be beyond what we're working with in this current day and age. So
That's
Personally-
surprising. So we're looking 10 years out.
yeah, I was about to say probably close to 2030 is when we will see Starfield in full glory.
Do you think we're gonna have? I mean, and I'm looking at this from the standpoint like PlayStation's gonna have to update. They're gonna have to have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, they've already
Right.
said that they're working on the next
Do
one.
you think Xbox is gonna stick with the Xbox One and then just do like they did with the Xbox One X and add on to it, or do you think they'll actually have an Xbox 2, which is weird? And
We'll finally
Like-
get that Xbox 720.
yeah, right. I'm just wondering if they're, because they do a very good job of upgrading their software because it's just Windows. I mean, it's just a Windows machine.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only thing they could do now is one, they have to figure out a new name. Two, they just upgrade the hardware. That's it.
Xbox
That's pretty.
next.
Next box.
I mean,
Next box.
the only innovative company is Nintendo. Like all of their consoles are fucking ridiculous looking. Like you could put them in a line and be like, "Holy shit, is this one company that made all of these?"
Well, with the exception of the Wii U and the Wii, because basically they just extended the size of the Wii and then gave you a thing with a picture on it. It's good.
But if you put all the PlayStations next to each other, you're like, "Oh yeah, I can see the evolution of that." And the Xboxes, I can see the evolution of that. So I mean, all we're going to get for the next
You
Xbox
should
is
see
another
the
box.
evolution of the Sega Genesis.
What evolution? There is no more.
Well,
They
I'm
stopped
talking about,
evolving.
the Sega Genesis, and then you got the Sega CD, which was you took your old Sega Genesis and then you like Frankenstein monster attached it to this device, so now you can play CD based games, and then now it used two power supplies, and then you got the 32X, which went into this top slot of your Sega Genesis, and then had another power supply to that, so you can
Good
play
God.
32X games.
Good God.
Yeah.
Frankenstein. We'll just call that the Frankenstein.
I am missing the 32X, but I have the Sega and the Sega CD.
But yeah, I think the next Xbox is just gonna be just a better version of the Xbox we have now. Just it's gonna look a little. Honestly, it's probably gonna look the fucking same. I mean, you can't get better than I guess
The
that.
Square.
Yeah, unless they just plan on just leaving the whole thing graded so it has perfect airflow except for the bottom. So I think they've hit the design peak. I don't think you can get much more sleek than that. My
That's
opinion,
what
at
you
least.
think.
And they're gonna make it a bubble.
I mean, if they go that route, then so be it. That's just what they do. Another major story: Germany's giant game rating logo sees Yoshi's
Yoshi.
major. Sees Yoshi binned off the Super Mario Brothers Ultimate Box.
Good.
Ben doesn't
Vodka.
trashed.
Yeah, he's removed. Pikachu got pushed up and Yoshi got pushed out.
As it should.
Baka's excited about it.
He's like, I'm gonna buy the German version just because Yoshi's
Actually,
not on
I
it.
want to now. just because he's not on it.
I love the fact that
Or I will buy
Thumbnail
the
for it
normal
is a giant
version,
shot
and then
of
I will print out
Yoshi.
cover art for the German one and slip it through.
There you go. There you
There you
go.
go.
That'd be
That's the
easy.
better way to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Yoshi? He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. We wiped them out the way of the dinosaurs.
Modders remake the Battle for Middle Earth in Unreal Engine 4. I watched the trailer for it and it looks cool as fuck.
That's
But
really good.
I have a feeling Warner Bros is gonna come out with a hammer very
Yeah,
soon.
they're not gonna allow that. to
I
happen.
mean, don't they always?
Yeah,
But-
they
You're remaking a game everyone wants remade? No.
well, I mean,
That's our property.
why would you not embrace that? You know what I mean? Just
that's
turn
what
around
the
and-
developers are hoping they do. They're like,
Because
please
it's Warner
come to
Brothers.
us. We'll make this game for you. People want this game.
Yeah, just
Hell-
give us a cut of whatever ends up being on there. I mean,
Yeah.
geez. It's like whatever your guys would normally have been paid for this, you would have hired other people to do this, whatever. But in this case, just give us a cut because we did all the work and you didn't have to hire anybody. You know what I mean? That's what I would have done.
This top comment kills me. Tempting the wrath of EA, Warner Brothers, and the Tolkien estate all at once? Might as well stick Mario in there and put Scrolls in the title just for the hell of it.
Right?
Hey, if you're going to go in, might as well go in all the way. Fuck it.
All
Welcome
in.
to Mario Scrolls. It's the Mario RTS style game.
Mario
Scrolls in the Middle Earth.
Yep, there you go.
God. Mario Strolls in the Middle Earth.
Too funny.
It starts jumping on orcs and trolls, and it's like, why the fuck is this not working?
If anybody ever wondered how much of an impact that the summer sale has on gaming in general, the European charts, 18 of the top 25 games this past week in Europe were PC games because of the summer sale from Steam. That's crazy.
I don't understand how Grand Theft Auto is still up there. Like, what the fuck are you people doing?
Yeah, why is
do
no
you
one
not
buying
have it?
this?
I have wondered the same thing for years. How is it
because-
still there?
Part of it could also be the people doing mods and stuff having to rebuy it under a new account.
Yeah, but still, how many times you gotta rebuy that motherfucker?
How
Like,
many
holy
shitty
shit.
people are there that's a thing?
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
many people are just 100% resistant to being good?
I have no fucking idea, but it is just ludicrous in my mind that Grand Theft Auto 5... Like, I'm pretty sure there are more copies of that game sold than there are people on the planet. Like, everybody on the planet and on Mars owns GTA 5.
I would disagree with that comment, but what I would say is
I would not.
there's more people that own it on Steam right now than probably are on Steam. If I had to guess, I mean,
How is that even possible?
right? I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. I've never seen a game have so many sales ever. It's ridiculous. And
For
then
this
people
long.
are trying to compare it. They're like, well, we know that Red Dead's not going to, be anywhere close to that. It's like, you can't match this. It's on the top of the chart. Every time there's a sale, this pops up the top of the chart. It's so weird to me. So, but I mean,
Steam sale time, just throw more money at Grand Theft Auto.
Looking at some of the stuff that was on here, the Division, which I bought while it was on sale too, is top 5, which is good for Division 2. I think because of E3 and the Division 2, there were people excited about it. People wanted to revisit back to that game. That says a lot for it. Just Cause 3 because people like to blow shit up. Dark Souls 3 because I figured there's a bunch of people that haven't played it yet.
The game is incredible. It's really difficult.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which I had in my cart and did not purchase before the fucking deadline.
Oh, how much
so
does that
mad.
suck?
And I had the one that had Rainbow Six Vegas and stuff because.
Oh, you bought the bundle? Hell yeah!
That's why I was going. To buy the bundle.
Oh yeah, you did not buy the bundle.
I did not buy the bundle, so now I gotta wait until winter. So Tomb Raider, which I bought both the Tomb Raiders too. Like I'm looking at this, going, I think this might be all me, except I'm in the U.S., not in Europe. The Crew 2, which I watched a lot of people playing recently, which I thought was interesting because that one wouldn't have been on sale because it's brand new, right? Borderlands 2, that one always pops up on the chart.
But it's because you could get the whole Borderlands series for like $20. All of it.
Final Fantasy 15,
Well, that's
which I'd love to see on the PC graphics.
I'll show you.
Why is
Guess who bought it?
You're gonna push it as hard as it can go. You're gonna be like, why the hell do I play on console again?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, look at how many things I'm already rebuying.
That's right. PC Master Race.
I'm actually
Everybody
a little sad
join
that my
us.
Uncharted has to be
Oh,
on PC.
hey, look, chicken. Ghost Recon's Wildlands on there.
Yeah, that
More
game
people
is
can go
fun.
hunt more people can go hunt the Predator.
Oh yeah, we played that this week.
Oh, did you?
And got our
Yeah.
asses handed to us by the Predator.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Predator is ridiculously powerful. Like, he is crazy. That motherfucker kept curving rockets to hit me.
They got a little salty.
Advanced alien technology.
Fuck that alien technology.
That's why you throw your gun down, pull out a knife, and tell them to come at you. And then you get
Come
into
at
a
me,
fist fight with
bro.
them.
You had to do a fist fight, to lose a fist fight.
Probably, but I mean, at least he will comply because Predators have that kind of honor. He'll fist fight you.
He'll just whoop my ass with his fist instead.
He'll kick your ass, but
At least he won't blow me up with rockets.
yep.
That's what you think.
Alright, next one. Pokemon Go. Oh my god. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has brought in $1.8 billion since its launch 2 years ago.
That's pretty impressive.
$1 billion for a free-to-play game.
But you know what? I mean, you think about it this way, you've got just $200 million alone that the mobile version of Fortnite brings in each month. So
yeah, like it's this unfortunately is the next generation of gaming. And even Nintendo, as much as I give them a lot of credit, even as Nintendo, they couldn't resist changing their method to suit this. That's why Pokemon Let's Go is going to be more based off of Pokemon Go than it is a traditional RPG.
Oh, he's already sold my sister on that because they talk about Pokemon Go all the time. He's like, I think it was yesterday. He was like, hey, we're going to get this new Pokemon game when it comes out, and it's this, and it's based on Pokemon Go. And she's like, yes, I want to play it right now.
Because people who like Pokemon Go are going to jump into Pokemon Let's Go because it's going to play like it. They're going to be used to it, but it's going to be more RPG-ish and single player, so they'll probably enjoy it as much too.
Well,
so,
and it keeps you from, like, because right now to play Pokemon Go, you got to leave your house.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, like, normally when I'm playing Pokemon Go, it's when I've taken my annual trip to Disney or whatever, because you can walk around and, like, there's Pokestops every 2 seconds. I mean, you can just go doop, doop, doop. So this way, you know, you can sit in your living room on a rainy day. You don't have to leave, and you can just, you know, build that little character up or whatever. So
and the best thing is, you can take it with you too. Mm-hmm. Like, you could take it with you. You could take your Pokemon Go Pokemon into the Pokemon Let's Go. Like, it's cross pollinating, and even Nintendo could not just be like,
gross, bro.
yeah.
Well,
But even Pokemon,
it's part of the birds and the bees. Oh,
Yeah.
you should have learned this.
I'm good. I've got 2 kids.
It's the way of life. It's how the earth works. It's how we get honey. It's how we get.
Oh my god, shut up.
Everything.
all right. Jurassic World. This is a close one. Is already one of Steam's. God, I cannot speak today. Steam's 2018 top sellers,
That's pretty
which
awesome,
is
though.
fucking awesome.
Which I'll get.
It's
when it
rubbing
goes on
elbows with GTA 5 and Far Cry 5 after less than a month of being on sale.
sale. It's awesome.
I really hope that the people who bought it aren't entirely disappointed, though, because I think they expected more from it because of Planet Coaster. And
Honestly, I didn't though, because It still got that market towards little kids in mind, so it couldn't do anything overly complicated like Planet Coaster in that regards.
I'm not gonna say that it was terribly aimed at kids. I mean, I watched one of my Carnos eat a raptor, and I was heartbroken because he was bugged, and I tried to fix him, and then he ate him.
You get to see other dinos eat other dinos in Jurassic World and stuff all the time, anyways. So
yeah, but
I guess
those are
that's true.
teenage movies. They're PG-13. I know. I realize you tried to bring your kid in, but
Well, I mean, but it's not like they couldn't do a separation of church and state kind of thing and be like, all right, look, this is the Jurassic Park game for the older audience, and then we can do a Jurassic Lego World, which I'm sure they will. Lego Jurassic World. Sorry.
They already did a Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah, but about the second movie?
No, not about the second movie. But I think I played a bit of it. I like the way it is. Like, it's good. It's more about the dinos, and it's got some park management. Like, you got to make sure that, like, if you look deeper into it, you can see more things than that's just on the surface.
It's more like Zoo Tycoon than it is Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes, because it's more about the dinos. You got to, it's
The
more about the
don't
dinos.
live long enough.
Oh no, I get so sad.
They lived for like 3 hours, which is pretty damn long.
3 hours.
Yeah, I know,
mean-
but by then you've named it, you've petted it, you fed it, and
I know. I
It's
made
dead.
a T-Rex. I made a T-Rex, and I don't want her to die. That's why I don't want to play anymore. I followed her around, and she ate 2 goats. 2 goats.
can you see? It would almost be. That's where I'd want mods. You know what I mean?
To mod their
I think
lifespan.
I think they are coming out with mods too.
That's what I want mods to. Okay, we've given her an injection, and now she can live. 5 hours instead of 3.
And every so often, you just open the gate and let her out.
To eat
Go ahead
park
and
people.
eat your full. Yeah, just eat people.
Just eat people.
Eat people. Yes.
Is that it?
What?
Is that everything?
Yeah, I mean,
I like
there
that
are
he
2
never
articles,
tells us
but
when
they're-
he's done talking about things. He just stops talking. We're
He
like,
shuts up.
oh, okay. Is there more to that?
Is there more? They should just eat people.
The end.
The end. Do I need to say the end when I'm done talking?
Yes. Can
Okay.
we get an ending?
Like
Over and out.
Yeah. No. You have to say
Over
over
and
when
out.
you're done talking.
It helps.
Over.
It helps with the segue for the end of everything.
Okay. Okay. Over.
Anything else anybody wanted to add?
The end.
The end.
The end. We're done here. Call it. Send in the chopper.
I'm so
I
done
have
with
do
you
appreciate
guys.
I have
everybody
foods
that
to
hangs
cook
out
and
with-
laundry. So
We do appreciate everybody hangs out with us each and every week and every respawn. As always, you can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/IfItAResPC. You can check me out personally at MDBOaktree. Check out Griff.
At Griff's Lanham.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Baka Pickle.
Also, make sure you go to Griff's YouTube channel. Go on there, hit that little subscribe button, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The little
Good
red
job.
button.
Good job.
Make sure you hit that button. So you go on there and watch her Let's Plays. She's got a few more of the Detroit Become Human ones got to be posted. She's got a video that's going to be coming out soon. She's about to start the Uncharted series. Hop on, go along for the ride.
Do it.
Because she's fun to watch. For
I
sure.
try to be.
She tries to.
I'll
be
try
fun.
not to be super frustrated. It happens though. Sorry.
Yeah, it will probably.
And she doesn't, because we've had this discussion before, with the exception of I think one time when she got lost in Dying Light with Baka. Everything is a direct cut. Everything is a direct cut. So there's no. It's one of those. If she gets frustrated, there's no stoppage in a little. 20 minutes later.
Nope. If I'm playing this
Yeah.
game for you to watch, you are gonna see it all.
The Dying
mean-
Light was a special occasion.
Yeah, and it was only once. I had to be like, let me pause this so we can go look up the answer because we've been running around for an hour.
It was a glitch, so technically it's good that you did that.
Yeah. Not my fault, man.
Yeah, there you go. Also, make sure that you go to Elite Chicken 313 at twitch.tv. Go on there. Yeah, Elite Chicken 313. Yeah, I just did it backwards.
It's
Yeah, I was going to say it's
twitch.tv
twitch.tv.
/
There you go.
There you go.
Yes.
He's trying to tell people to look up all sorts
Go
of
on
weird
there.
shit.
It streams just about every
They're gonna go
single
find
day,
a new Twitch
Friday and
streamer.
Saturdays are his days off for streaming, but the rest of the time is streaming. So.
Yeah, we're going to start trying to do afternoon streams. Hopefully it'll lighten down. Tuesday, definitely do an afternoon stream. I'm playing Cuphead. I've heard it's pretty difficult.
A little bit. a little bit, but
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. You're gonna get to see how good I actually am.
At some point, we'll have to
salty you
stream Dying Light and Way Out together as well.
Yep, I got Dying Light. There's gonna be plenty of games, plenty of gameitude coming on.
yeah, you'll be able to play quite a few games. It'll be fantastic. Also, make sure you go to mixer.com/MDB Oak Tree. Follow me too. I think I pretty much stream almost every day. There's every other Wednesday and every other Friday that I don't. But
Dr. Boaktree. Gotcha.
MD Boaktree. Yeah, thanks.
Dr. Boaktree!
Dr.
Dr.
Boaktree.
Boaktree. Boat tree.
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
So funny. Also, make sure that you go to Chicken's Discord because on there's actually an entire Infinite Respawn podcast section.
Yeah.
So you can, if you have an article for the week you want us to talk about, go on there and hit that and like send us the link and we'll go through and talk about it on the show. As long as it's game related, well, mainly game related. It could be like Castlevania, Netflix stuff, and we'll watch that too because it's technically
game.
Or you can
related,
just chat with us, in the general chat part
Yeah,
of.
go to the general. And
You
talk
don't have to
us.
wait for it to come out on the show. We can just talk about
Yeah.
stuff, yo.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do what we
It's
gotta
pretty
do.
active-ish.
Yeah, it's
So.
a pretty active little Discord there. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm chicken.
I'm back.
Water.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.